97.9 The Box. It's the Madd Hatta Morning Show. In here with tennis great Zina Garrison. Yeah. She brought the homie Reggie C along as well, fitness guru over there. And you got some spectacular stuff going on. But before we get into all the spectacular stuff you have going on and the day you have going on, let's go back a little bit. Being this tennis great, for those that don't know, can you tell us when you got started, why you got started, why you were interested in tennis?
When I got started, now we're talking about my age. Well, I started when I was 10, and I'm getting ready to turn 55 next month. Well, so the opportunity to be as high as number 4 in the world, and Houston's been my home, and love it to death.
The changes, have you seen major changes or the shift in changes?
I heard a thing the other day where Chris Evert won the U.S. Open and she won 35. So the money has changed, but also the power. They also have a bigger entourage, more people around. It's just, it is a stronger game. So
when you first got started, did you know you were going to go as far as you did? And were you interested, or was it something that happened by happenstance?
I actually, when I was 17, I was the number 1 junior in the world. And so the next thing is I knew that my mom wanted me to go to college, but I knew that I wanted to turn professional because I had beaten out everybody pretty much that I knew was going to college. And Arthur Ashe came down and he said to me that, I needed to take this next step. So I literally left my prom, took my final exams and went, and I was on the courts of the French Open the following week. So.
Wow. Can you talk about maybe some of the pressures being not just black, but being a woman and black playing tennis in those years? Well,
it's very interesting now. You hear Serena coming out with a lot of things that are going on. I mean, I lived it. I understand it. And so a lot of times people, especially what happened to her at the U.S. Open this year, a lot of people were like, why is she so upset? She's upset because a lot of, that's going there's a lot of things going on in her head from the experiences that she had went through. In that particular situation, you kept hearing her say that, I'm not a liar. I'm not a cheater. That's not what I want to teach my daughter. And a lot of people really didn't understand why she couldn't let go of it. She couldn't let go of it because, in my opinion, and knowing her since she was 7 or 8, and in the black community, when you call somebody a liar, that's fighting words. And so people really did not get that when you say that, but that to her, that was literally fighting words. And when an umpire insists on you that something's going on and in your heart that that's not, it's hard to let it go.
So the umpire was saying that she was cheating because the coach was giving her signals as to how to do, I guess, play better or something like that?
Well, yeah, and I've coached her for Fed Cup in the Olympics. She do not look at that box. And she's also one of the players that does not, in the women's circuit, you're allowed to go on the court other than Grand Slam tournaments. She was in a Grand Slam. So they have coaches that go on. She's not a player that looks for coaching ever. Yeah, that's just not a thing.
Because she's that good, or she's that determined, or she just don't need it.
She grew up in the era where it wasn't there, so it wasn't needed, and so she also has grown up. She grew up in the area where hard work, determination. You learn what you learn, and you go on the court and you play. You don't have coaches around.
So let me ask you, Ms. Zina,
on the court, I should say.
Are there coaches, though, generically in the game, this is men and women, that will tell their players what
There's all coaches coaching.
So there is coaching that happens from the side.
There's all ones. Myself, it's been out there. I've coached professionals, and, I have signals that I've given. Is it right? No. But everybody does it.
But everybody does it. So why did this umpire, make it such a huge deal with her? Do you think that she was being singled out?
I think she was being singled out, and I always, for me, and this is my opinion, I think the umpire took too much. He controlled the match too much. For one thing, that you have someone like Serena. Serena's going to eventually, if she gets down, she's going to break a racket. Every match that you've probably watched, you've seen her break a racket or whatever. That's coming. So there's things that but to call coaching immediately when he probably could have looked on the other side and saw the same things because they all do it, it was just unheard of.
So it was unfair.
It was very unfair. But, we started the conversation off, being a black player, being a woman player, all those things come together.
So especially then, did you see a lot of that kind of sexism and racism as it related to you?
I saw all of it in one.
You did.
And that's why I understood it. But I didn't see as much sexism other than when she explained that, the men players, and when they start showing the B-roll, the B-roll of all of the men players that had done more.
Right.
McEnroe still makes money off of cursing on the court.
Yep.
I mean, does commercials on it. For the racism part, I really didn't think it was as much racism as it was just being her being angry. And the reason why I say that, because I saw your look, is she was playing a person of color. So for Serena, a lot of things was going through her head. You see that young person that looks like you. She's young, she's coming up, she's serving well, she's playing well or whatever. And Serena knows that her time is getting limited. And so all those pressures are built up all of a sudden. Okay. And so people don't take that. And so what I would love to have people to really focus on is what she did at the end. She told, grab the young girl, she gave her a hug, and it's like, I want you
Let
to
her have her moment.
Yeah, but of course that's
even
television.
though some of us might have thought that it was taken away, Serena, that win was taken away from her.
It was taken away. It wasn't really. Let me just tell you what.
Okay.
That girl was serving. I mean, Naomi Osaka, to close out a tennis match, and we've been talking. You guys play tennis in here. To close out a tennis match. At that point, after all of that's going on, that's your next champion. That's virtually impossible to do. And to win your first Grand Slam, I mean, and the way she closed it out, like, it didn't even faze
So you
her.
say she was deserving of that win?
She definitely was.
Okay.
Regardless of the situation, you think that she would have won it?
She would have won it regardless, because what she did was absolutely amazing. I mean, if you notice, she served like majority first serves. She didn't get as nervous. Most of the time, people get up there, including myself. You get an opportunity like that, you start hitting double faults. You start thinking about what's happening before. She went, forgot about what she had to do, and just went straight to it.
Over the years, have you seen more blacks or people of color become involved in tennis, or has it always been a game where you see a multitude of races participating in tennis?
It's not enough.
Still
not enough. I have the Zina Garrison Tennis Academy that I've had for the last 26 years at McGregor Park, and people will start their kids, but they won't consistently keep it through. It's because it's a game that you have to invest in your kid, and you have to invest in the time of taking them there. It's not a game that you can learn overnight. You literally gonna have to get them there on practice on time. You're gonna have to get them extra practice. You got to get them a little coaching. You got, make sure they play tournaments. You literally gonna have to invest in it. And I hate to say it, but sometimes people of color, we have a tendency, we start doing all these other things. And, tennis is one of those sports that if you invest your kid into it, you at least have the opportunity to get a scholarship. And you can do that in 4 or 5 years, literally.
So you would like to see more participation from those of color?
Participation and commitment, and like I said, I have a free program, and I still have people that come in and out, and it's like I'm still hustling to try to keep it going, 24/7.
I would think that Zina Garrison won't have this problem with, after seeing such a great, especially still being in the community, still at McGregor after all these years, that it would be hard to convince people to, hey, this is a free program. You don't get this kind of stuff all the time. Y'all come over here and take advantage of it.
Well, I'm just, we're here to talk. We're getting ready to have the fun day that's coming up, and we based it around about fitness. I'm having hard times getting people to sign up. First of all, people think 5K is not 5 miles, people. And the other thing, it says fun walk. Come out, enjoy. My thing with Fun Day is just getting people to come out and start enjoying McGregor Park again, but enjoying the park, have fun. Reggie C. Fitness is here. He has a great boot camp. The women. It's like, come out, get some exercise, enjoy the park and have fun. Also, and I'm inviting all you guys to come out, we're going to do tennis in the street. So I'm going to put the lines there. Just come out. We'll use the softer balls, play around, have some fun. So.
Now, before I get to Reggie, these guys in here, they think of themselves as tennis geniuses.
Tennis amateurs, newly formed.
Every week.
Sure about that?
You got the head. You brought the headband back into play.
Genius is a strong word.
So every week, and I have not gone along with them yet, and my apologies to the crew, but every week they go out and play tennis. I think it's Tennis Tuesdays.
Yep.
They're going to try to
Tennis Thursday just for him this week.
So
okay.
I think Jimbo probably knows a little bit more than the others, but what's some beginner's advice that you can give before I get Reggie C to talk about the fitness side and also your fun day that you're going to be doing?
One thing I would definitely tell you is, and I hear you guys are already been around Coach Sydney's, when you first start, get some professional help. And the reason why I tell you that is just so you understand and you learn how the grips are. And once
I don't even know what that is.
Once you learning your grips, your forehand grip, your backhand grip, and just understanding that part of the game and your fundamentals, just like anything else. If you get your fundamentals down, then everything else is,
What's the possibility of
a late bloomer, like a 20-something, a 30-something, a 40-something, a 50-something, but you still want to learn.
Okay.
Oh, still learn. I thought you were talking about professional. I was like, please.
You don't think that's possible?
It's not possible. No.
Wait a minute.
So
wait a minute.
Start as a kid.
You got to start. Yeah.
So nobody can
Wait a minute. Come on, Miss Garrison. So you mean to tell me somebody can't be 24, get the hang of this game, and be successful?
If somebody is 20-something and comes in, but I'm winning that lottery tonight, okay? That's the chances of it happening.
This sounds so discouraging. Why would that? I mean, 24 is still a pretty young age, huh?
24 is not young. And to start and to get, that's like virtually impossible. First of all, mentally, you will... Once you get your butt beat, can I say butt?
You ain't nowhere close to nothing dirty saying that.
Once you get your butt beat a couple of times or whatever, you are going to quit. Literally. Really? Yes.
So what to you is the optimal age to start playing tennis? To be one of the greats.
Introduction. We have an introduction for the kids. We have 4-year-olds that are out there.
Wait a minute.
Some of them.
Wait a minute. I gotta be 4 years old to get.
No, I said introduction.
Okay.
I believe the perfect age is somewhere around 6, 7, 8 to allow them to tell you that they want to keep going.
Sheesh.
Yeah. But I learned at 10.
But exactly.
So is it that late then?
That's very late. Yeah.
What I mean, but how do you know that this kid even has what it takes? Unless you're one of those parents that pushes the kid, and you kind of like, were you pushed? Was there?
My mom didn't even know how to keep score. No, she just knew that. Girl, what you going over there for all the time?
So you wanted to do it though?
Oh yeah, I loved it.
How'd you become interested in that?
I had my brother played tennis. My brother's girlfriend played tennis. My brother played baseball, so my brother was playing baseball for Texas Southern. So they were playing in the back, and so I went, and that's where my at the tennis court met my coach John Wilkerson.
So there was at least love there. I can't see how you can inspire a child to get engaged to want to play tennis at 7 years old, unless I'm a parent that manages.
But I said introduction. Just let them, it's going to take years. So you just kind of
Because if I start my kid, we got to be great. So introduction mean we get ready to do this.
Ain't no stopping.
Oh, forget y'all, man. I'm just telling you how I'm going to do my
Well,
kid.
Richard Williams did it, so hey.
I can't. There was one player, and I can't remember who this is. He was big, but he was very unhappy. But his parent was the person responsible for him. Was it Agassi? Was very responsible but all these years later, he was like, I was miserable the whole time I was playing.
But I had a big love-hate for it, too.
Did you? Why?
Yeah. For me, in my neighborhood, most African-American kids didn't play tennis. They played baseball, ran track, or whatever.
Did you get picked on because of that? You were like the only one playing tennis?
No, I was always the girl that played tennis, Okay. Nobody knew what I did, but you know what? I did get kind of bullied in school for a minute. No, my friends were guy athletes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because we could talk sport.
Right.
But sometimes because of the young women at that time, they didn't understand sports so much, so we didn't really have anything to talk about. So that's more than anything.
Well, that seems unfortunate.
Hey, it's always something.
Zina like, oh, well, life was good for me. I can't speak for them. All right, no, let's talk about today. And what Reggie, now what's Reggie's part here? Reggie C Fitness, what's your part in this whole thing that Miss Garrison has going on?
Well, basically, I'm combining forces with Zina to bring out all of the women in Houston, or as many as we can, to support the movement. And basically the boot camp that I'm hosting, the funds that we're raising, we're giving 100% of the funds to the Zina Garrison Foundation.
So y'all come out.
So
You know, when you say boot camp, it has a tendency to
Be scary.
push.
Yeah.
I think the word boot camp pushes
Work
people
out.
because when you say boot camp, they see a boot going in their behind. So it's a harsh word. I think when we hear that word, like boot camp, oh no, girl, I ain't doing no boot camp. You think military minded.
That's true.
You got this drill sergeant of a trainer. Come on, 10 more. Ah,
He makes it fun. He makes it fun.
yeah, I'll definitely say I'm probably totally opposite of that normal militant training that you have. But we actually have fun with it. It's not like a dance style, but, you know, I try and psych people out when we're playing the music. We're still lifting weights. You know, we still got dumbbells, resistance bands, but having a good time and kind of just going with the flow. And by the end of the day, you burn like 1,000 calories in an hour. And, you know,
1,000 calories.
I still haven't gotten to that part.
You know,
That's some serious calories right there.
Calories.
People leaving there skinny, man.
But Reggie's really being humble because the first time I met him, one of the things that he said to me was, you know, he has a passion for helping women transform from the inside to the outside. So see, and if you see his truck, I love his truck. His truck has, you know, beautiful women where he's transformed. So.
All right. Well, tell us about the day, how they can get hooked up with Reggie so they can learn more about what you got going on. Reggie.
Oh, well, you know, they can go on our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, you know, Reggie C Fitness. We have the link to the boot camp in our bio. And then also you'll see it on the website, right?
Yeah, you can go to zinagarrison.org, look for Fun Day. You can also text 832-906-8686, and you can text Fun Day if you want to do the walk. As Reggie said, you can go also to his platform, and also if you just want to donate. But we want people to come out and enjoy the park. And don't be afraid, just in 5K, but Reggie's Fitness Boot Camp is really, really, really fun.
5K is probably about what, Cooper? 3
miles.
Yeah, about 3 miles. So
over.
maybe a 3.2, something like that. It's nothing to be afraid of. It's always a lot of fun. I think I've done 2 5Ks like every weekend. I'm doing some 5K run. So I've been doing that a lot lately. But come out, the annual Fun Day in the Park hosted by Zina Garrison Academy, October 27th, and they can go where once again to get all the information.
You can go to zinagarrison.org. That's Z-I-N-A. Don't put no X in there. ZINA.org. And then Reggie.
And then Reggie C, REGGIEC Fitness, Instagram, social media, website, and join us. We're looking forward to it, seeing everybody out here.
And then one other thing I just want to literally reiterate, you know, even if you guys just come out, come out. So the mayor's going to stop by. You know, we got Yolanda Adams is coming. You know, we got Dr. Rob, DJ Rob is going to be
You can call him
DJ.
Doctor. You can go with Dr. Rob G.
You
Dr.
like
Rob G in the mix.
So,
Well versed.
DJ Rob is going to be, so we'll have some great music and just, you know, like I said, you guys are young in here, but we used to really enjoy McGregor Park. Come out and just enjoy the park. And then, you know, everybody's like, we got to go to the Gumbo Fest. We got to do this. You can come. It's early enough to go do what you need to do afterwards. Okay.
True.
Now, Ms. Garrison, I know you said earlier you coached Serena. Are you still coaching professional athletes, and what are you up to right now these days?
Actually, I just got a phone call yesterday. Somebody's trying to still get me into it. And right now, my focus has really been I really want to build a wellness fitness community center at McGregor Park. So I've been is any billionaires out there? Anybody win that lottery tomorrow? Tonight, you know, give me a call. I got some ideas, but I really want to give us, it's like the kids need things to do over there, and I'm really about giving kids the opportunity to learn to dream. And, Yolanda Adams is now on my board, and, we've been talking seriously and hard about just, getting a facility at McGregor Park where kids will be able to, dream again.
Okay, Ms. Garrison, thank you so much as always.
Thank you guys for having us.
Thank you.